We will start in child's pose today. So just take a moment to arrive in child's pose. If drawing the big toes together, knees wide is a nice option for you, feel free to take that shape. If you'd prefer to bring the knees toward one another in that shape, that's fine too. But just start to let the body relax into this first child's pose. And you may find a little bit of movement, whether that's moving the body a bit side to side. But see if you can really encourage the hips to sink back toward the heels. And then the upper body to gently relax down toward your mat. Allow the forearms to come to rest, maybe even the elbows to softly bend. Let the hands relax on the mat. And let the eyes slide closed if they haven't already. And start to tune your awareness to your breath, to each inhale and to each exhale. Simply noticing in this moment what it feels like to breathe. And maybe this is the first time all day that you've noticed your breath. So really give yourself the space to observe the quality of your breath today. Is the breath a bit smooth or ragged, deep or shallow? And gradually, over the course of your next few rounds of breath, welcome a rhythm that you'll keep for your practice. A rhythm that flows in and out through the nose. Starting to breathe all the way down to the belly space, feeling the belly gently expand on the inhale and slowly contract on the exhale. Notice as you begin to slow the breath down and bring a little bit more control to the breath, how the body may start to soften a bit more, how the mind may become a bit more focused. And as you continue to breathe, you may start to welcome a gentle constriction in the back of the throat, the same space that you'd feel if you were fogging up a mirror or glass with your breath. And as you draw the breath over that space, notice the texture and sound that it welcomes. And really start to anchor your attention there. So we give ourselves the space and opportunity to fully arrive on our mats today. And just take a few more rounds of breath as you settle in. And nice and slowly, just start to wiggle the fingers a little further forward, finding a bit more length in the spine, starting to open up through the shoulders. Hands can always come out slightly wider than the shoulders if that offers you a bit more space. And really reaching through the fingers, maybe finding a little bit of a sway side to side in the hips once again, opening up. And then walk your hands all the way toward the right side of your mat. And really reach through the left fingertips, opening up through the left side of the body. Notice a tendency for the left shoulder to peel off the mat. And see if you can let that left shoulder soften back down. And take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. And then inhale, slowly walk yourself all the way back through center toward the left side of your mat. Reaching through the right hand this time, creating some space in the right side of the body. And one more deep breath in. And slow breath out. Inhale, coming back through center, lifting up out of child's pose, landing on the hands and knees. You can always pad the knees if that's a nice option in your body, or kneel directly on the mat. But stack the joints, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, feet directly out behind the knees. Spread the fingers nice and wide as you start to press into the pad of each finger. And then inhale, let the belly drop down toward the mat, arch the spine, lift your gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tail, press the ground away. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. And continuing for another few rounds of cat and cow. Finding that length of breath and movement, moving because you are breathing. And as you're moving through these two postures, feeling free to pause anywhere where it may feel good to pause. And also feeling free to add in any other movement or motion that you may want to. Maybe starting to drop the hips side to side, maybe circling the hips, maybe drawing right shoulder and right hip toward one another, left shoulder, left hip. You may circle out the head or the neck, just moving and breathing in a way that feels good in your body. Resisting any urge you may have to judge that movement, to worry about what it looks like or how you're moving, and instead just let the body move. And then nice and slowly return to a neutral spine and tabletop. Hips stay stacked over the knees. Walk the hands about 3 to 5 handprints further forward and soften the chest down toward the mat. You may bring the forehead to rest. You may bring the chin to rest, but just opening up once again through the upper back, through the shoulders, and breathing deeply. And with your next inhale, walk the hands back in, but not quite under the shoulders. Tuck the toes and the hips high, find downward facing dog. And pedal out the feet as you arrive in downward dog, so bending and straightening the knees one at a time. If you are patting the knees, you may slide that padding off to the side at this point. Feeling into the backs of the legs, pressing into the pads of the fingers, spreading the hands nice and wide. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Let both heels sink down toward the mat, finding some stillness in downward facing dog. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Inhale, look forward in between the hands and walk or step feet to hands. As you arrive at the top of the mat, hands to shins or tented fingertips, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine so tailbone reaches back, upper body lengthens forward. Exhale, fold forward, let the head be heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good, last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folds. Inhale, sweep the arms high, stand tall, gaze up. Exhale, pull the palms to heart center. One deep breath. Good, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften the knees, land the hands, step the feet back to plank, lower all the way to the belly, so knees first or body in one piece. Inhale, lift for cobra, stay in cobra, or keep pressing into the hands, extend the elbows, upward facing dog. Exhale, nice and slowly, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. 2. Last breath. Inhale, gaze forward, walk or step, feet to hands. Halfway lift as you arrive, tented fingertips or hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms high, stand tall, look up. Exhale, palms to heart center. One breath. Good. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Feet step back to plank, moving either all the way to the belly once again or halfway chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Always your to take it. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. 2. Last breath. Inhale, gaze forward, walk, step, or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift when you get there, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep arms high, stand tall, look up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, feet step back to plank vinyasa your way, high to low with control. Inhale, over. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. 2 more. Last breath. Inhale, float right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the right knee and open up the right hip. So right hip stacks on top of the left. Hug the right heel a little closer into the seat. Lift the right kneecap a little higher toward the ceiling. Maybe even roll the right ankle a few times. Reversing direction if you're circling the right ankle. And then inhale, re-extend the right leg long, square off through the hips, find length. Exhale, step the right foot forward, in between the hands, spin left heel to the mat. Inhale, cartwheel the arms right up into warrior two. Deep bend into the right front knee. Right fingertips reach forward, left reach back. Shoulders stack over the hips. Deep inhale, long exhale. Inhale, right palm flips up, reverse your warrior. Left hand back, right high. Exhale, flow forward, side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm reaches. One more with breath, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, pause. Either stay as you are. Let the right hand drop down toward the inside of the right leg. Maybe take a half, circling the left hand around toward the right hip. Or maybe the full bind, reaching the right hand under that right leg and seeing if you can reach the hands toward one another, maybe even catching them beneath you. No matter which variation you're in, find length in the spine. Think about rotating left ribs and left shoulder on top of the right. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, unwind from wherever you are. Rise up and back, reverse your triangle. So extend the right front leg as you come into that reverse shape. Really open through the right front body. Inhale, come all the way up to center. Arms reach high, legs stay extended. Right heel turns right toes parallel to the left. Exhale, circle the hands out and down. Interlace the hands behind the low back. Roll the shoulders open, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. And take 3 deep breaths here. Really rinsing out through the shoulders. Hugging the shoulder blades toward one another on the back. Letting the head be nice and heavy. And letting the breath flow in and out. And inhale nice and slowly, lift halfway, releasing the hands, fingertips to the mat, halfway lift. Come to the balls of the feet, turn heels in, toes out. Exhale, walk to the left, bending into that left knee. So a couple options here. You may keep hips quite high, coming into a skater shape. You may start to come low, lifting the left heel off the mat, spinning right toes toward the ceiling. You may plant the left heel all the way down. If you're in that lower shape, maybe hands come to the heart. But finding the position that feels best in your hips. And breathing deeply. Good, one more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly walk all the way back forward toward right front toes. Land in runner's lunge. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, extend the right front leg, bow the upper body. 2 more, inhale, flow forward. Exhale, extend. Last one, inhale, flow forward. Exhale, extend. This time, inhale, flow forward, left palm lands, right lifts. Take a twist. You can stay. You could take a half bind here as well, reaching that right hand around toward the outside of the left hip. But letting the twist feel good in your body. And inhale nice and slowly, re-extend the right arm. Exhale, right hand lands, right foot meets the left in plank vinyasa on the exhale, or a downward dog. If you're moving through, inhale to open the heart. Exhale, downward facing. 3 full breaths. 2. Last breath. Inhale, left leg floats high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up the hip, so left hip stacks on top of the right. Hugging the left heel a little closer to the seat, lifting the left kneecap a little higher toward the ceiling, maybe rolling the left ankle. Rolling in one direction and then in the other. Inhale, re-extend the left leg long, square off through the hips, find length. Exhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands, right heel spins to the mat. Inhale, warrior two, rise up. Settling into that warrior two, so deep bend into the left front knee. Strong through the right back leg. Arms reach, shoulders soften. Steady the gaze over left fingertips, deep breath in. Long breath out. Good, one more. Inhale, left palm flips up, reverse your warrior, right hand back, left high. Keep the bend in the left front knee as you open up. Exhale, flow forward, left forearm to left thigh, right arm reaches bicep toward the ear, find length. One more with breath, inhale, reverse. Exhale, flow forward. Pausing here, stay as you are. Drop the left hand down toward the inside of the left leg, finding a deeper rotation. Take a half bind, right hand toward left hip, or take the full bind, left arm under the left leg. Maybe you catch the hands behind you and find that rotation. Wherever you are, think about right rib stacking on top of left, right shoulder stacking on top of left, opening up. Good, one more breath. Inhale, unwind from wherever you are, rise up, reverse your triangle, left leg extends as you reach up and back, opening up through the left front body. Inhale, center the upper body, arms extend. Heel of the left toes turns, left toes parallel to the right. Exhale, circle the hands out and down. Interlace the hands behind the low back, opposite pointer finger forward. Inhale, roll the shoulders open, lift the chest. Exhale, folds. Maybe the arms float up and off the back. You can always take hands down toward the mat if this shoulder release is not feeling good for you. Think about crown of head heavy toward the mat, tailbone lifting high toward the ceiling as you open up. And inhale nice and slowly, lift halfway, fingertips to the mat, lengthen the spine. Come to the balls of the feet, turning heels in, toes out. Exhale, walk toward the right back foot. So again, you may come kind of hips high into that skater type shape. You may start to lower the hips down, left toes coming up on the heel, the right heel could lift too. Or you could keep right heel lowered, maybe hands come to the heart. So it's very dependent on how this feels in your hips. Always being mindful of the knees here as well, especially that right bent knee. You don't want to be feeling any pulling, straining, stretching there. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Good, inhale here. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Walk forward all the way to your left front toes, land in runner's lunge. Hands framing the front left foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, extend the left front leg, bow the upper body. Inhale, flow forward. Exhale, extend. Last one, inhale, flow forward. Exhale, extend. This time, inhale, flow forward, right hand down, left high twist. Staying here, maybe take the half bind. Left hand wraps around the back over toward that right hip, finding length and space. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, slowly re-extend the left arm long. Exhale, land the left palm, left foot meets the right in plank, vinyasa, or downward dog on your exhale. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in downward facing dog. 2. Last breath. Inhale, float right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. So hands on the inside, right leg on the outside. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower the left back knee to the mat. You can always slide some padding under that left knee. Walk the left hand slightly to the left, rotating the left fingertips out to the left side. And then inhale, right hand to right thigh. Find a twist. You may even come to the pinky toe edge of that right front foot. And if you are, flex the right toes so you're pulling them up toward the shin. Let the left back hip soften toward the mat. Maybe gaze to the right. Maybe gaze all the way out and over the right shoulder. Option to stay, or bend the left knee in, reach the right hand back, and maybe you catch that left foot. Good, one more deep breath in. Exhale, release the left foot if you have it. Both hands to the mat. Lift off the left back foot, or left back knee, and then slowly step right foot to meet the left in plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale, left leg floats high this time, three-legged dog. Exhale, softly land the left foot to the outside of the left hand, hands on the inside, left foot on the outside. Lengthen the spine, let the hips gently dip. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right back knee, adjusting that padding if you're using it. Right hand can slightly move to the right side. Inhale, left hand, left thigh, and twist. Again, you may be coming to the pinky toe edge of that left foot. If that's the case, looking left or all the way out and over your left shoulder. Stay here or bend the right knee in and reach the left hand back to catch the right foot. Breathing deep and slow. Good, one more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release if you have the right foot, both palms to the mat. Pressing into the palms as they land under the shoulders, lift off the right back knee. See if you can engage the core and slowly step the left foot to meet the right in plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here. From downward dog, walk your hands about a handprint closer into your feet and lightly lower the knees down onto the mat, but keep the toes tucked under. And then start to sit the hips back toward the heels. Depending on how this feels in your feet, you may stay with the body a bit more forward. If this feels quite comfortable, maybe you start to walk the hands in. Maybe you start to come all the way up, hands on thighs, shoulders over hips over heels. Getting a nice stretch in the bottom of the feet. And breathing deep. Good, one more deep breath in. Slow breath out. And walking the hands back forward, lifting the feet off the mat and gently tap the tops of the feet. And keep the hands slightly further back toward the knees so that most of the weight's in the knees. You could pretty easily move the hands. You're not quite in tabletop. And rotate the hands out toward the long edges of your mat so the fingertips are pointing outward. You may stay right there, finding a gentle sway side to side. If that feels like you have a bit more space, you could continue rotating the hands so they come inward and the fingers are pointed toward the knees, and then maybe even bending gently into the elbows. So sometimes here, if you have a tendency to hyperextend the elbows, really think about taking that soft bend. So you're getting a stretch in the forearms, in the wrists, in the hands, and you're not hyperextending the elbows. Good, one more deep breath in. And slow breath out. And then nice and slowly rotate the hands back around, sit back on the heels, make two fists with the hands, and just roll the wrists. So a couple circles in one direction, a couple circles in the opposite direction. And then slowly make your way down onto your back. So if you were patting the knees, you may just slide that off to the side. If you do have a blanket or pillow nearby, that may be helpful, or even a block. So block, blanket, pillow, whatever you may have. And then just slowly lower down onto your back. Gently hug the knees in toward your chest. And then land the soles of the feet on the mat and take whatever prop you have nearby. So if you have a blanket, you may just kind of fold it so it creates a block-like shape. If you have a block, use the block. And then press into the feet, lift the hips, and slide your prop right underneath the pelvis. And then lower the pelvis back down and extend the feet high toward the ceiling. Seeing if you can stack the feet directly over the hips so there's minimal effort in keeping the legs up in the air. The hands could rest on the belly, out to the sides, overhead, or even extending arms also high toward the ceiling and maybe rolling wrists and ankles. Finding the shape that works best for you and trying to just relax into it. And take one more deep breath in. And exhale, slowly bend the knees, release the soles of the feet down onto the mat, press into the feet, slide your props off to the side, lowering the hips back down onto the mat, and find your most comfortable Shavasana position. So that may mean arms and legs extended. You could bring the hands to rest on the belly. You could bring soles of the feet to the mat, knees toward one another. Soles of the feet together, knees wide is also an option. But once you've found that shape, deep inhale. And exhale, slowly sigh it out. And allow the body to completely relax. Feel the shoulders soften. Feel the hips become heavy. Relax the lower jaw and the space between the eyebrows. And give yourself these final moments of your practice as an opportunity to rest, to release, and to relax. Slowly deepen the breath. Welcome movement back into the body by wiggling the fingers, the toes. Maybe rock your head side to side. Maybe take a full body stretch. And then slowly roll to one side. Whichever side is most comfortable for you. Allow the head to rest, body to remain relaxed. Taking a moment to check back in with yourself. And then slowly press to a comfortable seated position. Allow the palms to connect at heart center. Bow your head forward toward your hands and your heart. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Draw thumb knuckles to third eye center. Then we bow to each other. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.